Hey bosses, it's Nina, and I have a very special treat for you. You know that I am all about community, and so when I started to get the same question over and over and over, over and over and over, over and over and over again from my community, I thought, why don't I reach into my other community of content creators to see what they think? What's the question?
What do I do about content creation? I get overwhelmed, I don't know what to post, I can't figure out topics, it's just too much.
I get a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs that basically know social media is the place to be, right? To market your business. You can be seen by thousands and thousands and millions of people that would have never heard of you. But the problem is, a lot of people just don't know what to do when they're overwhelmed with the thought of creating content. I had reached out to a couple of content creators. These are people that I know that are killing it in the game. I'm talking about copywriters, branding people, salespeople, just posting everything from videos to media to live streams. And I thought, why don't I share their thoughts with you instead of just giving you my answer? Before I introduce you to some of my content creator friends, let me explain to you exactly what content creation is and help you kind of get past that hump first. Okay? Let's go. So what is a content creator? A content creator, and get this, it's really, really simple. A content creator is anyone who creates any type of media for consumption. So that can be a video.
It can be a Facebook post, a Twitter post, a chat, a Snapchat story, a live stream, a story, a picture, a blog.
The list goes on and on. I'll leave a list of the different content types that you can create below in the blog. If you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, or anywhere else, head over to the blog. The link is below. Now, when you're creating content, this is the thing. When you're in business, it's a little bit different than if you're just creating it for your friends or your family or your kids, right? You want people to eventually buy.
Spend that money, spend those coins, open the purse, use the PayPal, swipe that card, right?
So, when you're creating content for consumption of your possible clients or leads or whatever you want to call them, you want to create content that appeals to them. I see a lot of people just posting a lot of content about sales, or this is the products I have, or this is what I'm offering you today. But the truth is, if no one knows who you are, why in the world would they want to buy from you?
No one knows who you are. Why in the world would they want to buy from you?
So I know you've heard of the whole know, like, trust thing, right? This comes into play every time you're posting content. And so you don't want to just post content that is salesy, right? No one likes salesy content. But you're not Walmart, you're not Coca-Cola, you're not MAC Makeup. You are a small business owner and you want to get targeted leads and targeted audiences to view your content. So what you need to do is very simple. Post content that they like. So that means step away from posting the sales. You can post a joke, you can post a motivation, you can post a lessons learned, you can post a photo, you can post a video, you can do a live stream on a win from a client. But the thing is, you want to either entertain, educate, or solve a problem, right? You want to make sure that you are giving your audience value. The key to selling online via content is 1, to provide value, 2, to create some kind of community feeling, and 3, to offer solutions. So if you're not doing that, you're just creating content for nothing. So let's get to the main topic of this video. How do you create content when you're overwhelmed? When you have so much anxiety, when you don't know what to post, when it just seems like so much.
Do I post on Twitter and Facebook? Do I do YouTube? Do I have time to do YouTube? Should I do a live stream? What should I do with my live stream after? Do I save it? Do I repost it? Should I write a blog? I hate writing, but everyone else is writing blogs, right? Everyone else is on YouTube. Everyone else is on Instagram.
You have to stop that madness.
So here we go. Let's talk about how to create content when you're overwhelmed with just the thought of creating content. So I'm going to give you 3 tips, and then I'm going to have some of the top content creators online share exactly what they do to overcome the anxiety with being overwhelmed. So one thing to keep in mind is that even though you're a content creator, all of the content that you share doesn't have to be created. Sounds weird, but why reinvent the wheel? If you know there's a tip that your audience can share, use content curation to share items. If there's an expert or a story or a meme or a video or a live stream that you think your audience can benefit from, share it. This will help your audience to see that they need to come to you for content. And you're going to curate the content from around the world and around the internet streets and give it to them in a nice little pretty bow. Tip number 2, stop creating content and then posting it once. Like, what's the point of that? You spend all this time creating a video, you post it, you get 50 people to see it, and you're like, yay? No, that's not how it works. Use evergreen content. Evergreen means it's going to last forever and ever and ever. So, for instance, I can create a whole video about how to use social media to make money. That's going to apply today, tomorrow, and years to come. If you teach things like strategy or teach things that will last for years, you don't have to create that content over and over and over again. You just share it over and over and over again. So let me give you an example of this. I create a YouTube video, right? That's one platform. I translate it and add it to my blog with the video. 2, I create tweets to promote that blog and that video. 3, and then I post it on Facebook. 4, add it to my newsletter. 5, you get the point, right? You create one piece of evergreen content, and this actually leads into my number 3 tip. You're going to share it all over social media in different ways, right? You just stretch that evergreen content out across the internet. So that's enough from me. I'm going to introduce you to some top content creators that, 1, will tell you how content creation actually brings in the cash, and 2, what they do and what you can do if you're feeling overwhelmed about creating content. So I just need you to do 3 things. 1, go through this information. 2, I want you to go ahead and share this with anyone you think that needs it. And 3, add your comments below. If you have tips, tricks, or even questions about content creation, we want to hear from you. Make sure you share this all over those internet streets. This is a form of content creation. All right, y'all. Ciao.